The man invested tens of millions of dollars into his wife's company every month, but his wife knew nothing about it. She even disliked him for being a fortune teller who seemed to do nothing. So after 3 years of marriage, his wife finally asked him for a divorce. But just as they got their divorce certificate and were about to leave, several luxury cars suddenly pulled up. A wealthy young master named Alan stepped out of one of the cars and handed fresh flowers to Linda, who had just divorced. Anthony immediately understood the relationship between Alan and his wife, but he didn't get angry. Alan instead mocked Anthony for being a failure. Anthony calmly told Alan that he had calculated Alan would face misfortune within 3 days. Alan was furious. He believed Anthony was cursing him. The two kept pestering Anthony, but Anthony couldn't be bothered to deal with them and turned around to leave. At that moment, a red sports car suddenly pulled up. A beautiful CEO stepped out of the car. The CEO, Bella, was the daughter of the wealthiest man in the city. She looked at Anthony with a bright smile and immediately linked arms with him as she walked into the civil affairs office. Bella demanded to marry Anthony. Anthony didn't know her and refused right away, but Bella deliberately provoked him. "Can't let go of your ex-wife? Your ex-wife is already with another man. You should show her how well you can move on." Persuaded, Anthony agreed. Soon, the two walked out of the civil affairs office. Linda and Alan still hadn't left, because Linda didn't believe the daughter of the richest man would marry a fortune teller. But the truth was, they really got married. Linda and Alan hurriedly tried to stop Bella, but Bella affectionately held Anthony's arm and left with him. After that, Anthony wanted to leave, but Bella suddenly hugged him tightly. He didn't understand why she was still clinging to him when the act was already over, but seeing how affectionate Bella was, Anthony couldn't bear to push her away. He had no idea Bella had fallen in love with him long ago, 3 years ago. That day, Bella had a car accident. She lay on the road barely alive. Bystanders were too afraid to help. Only Anthony carried her to the hospital and saved her life. But she found out he was married. Bella didn't disturb him, but she silently kept her eyes on him. When she learned Anthony was divorcing today, Bella was overjoyed. She rushed over to marry Anthony. This time, she would never let go of Anthony's hand again. But Bella didn't tell Anthony about this past. Anthony clearly didn't remember her. She hoped he would slowly fall in love with her. Anthony also didn't tell Bella that he wasn't just a skilled fortune teller, but actually the wealthiest man in the entire country. He had simply been hiding his identity. Anthony still intended to leave, but only to return to Linda's house to retrieve his belongings. Bella insisted on going with him and bought him expensive clothes. Anthony entered Linda's house alone. Linda's mother and brother treated him terribly. They had always looked down on him. When they heard Anthony wanted to take back his belongings, the brother actually stepped on his luggage and demanded he return the $1 million Linda supposedly gave him. Anthony said he never took that money, but the mother and brother didn't believe him at all. Instead, they mocked him wildly, calling him useless, insisting he must have taken the money, otherwise he could never afford such expensive clothes. Anthony explained the clothes were a gift from a friend, but they mocked him again, saying he couldn't possibly have such wealthy friends. Just then, Bella suddenly appeared. She said the clothes were from her and that she was Anthony's wife. Linda's mother was furious and sneered at Bella. Bella slapped her directly. Linda's mother shouted for her son to hit Bella back, but the son didn't dare. Terrified, he revealed Bella's identity as the daughter of the richest man. Linda's mother froze instantly, then forced a smile and apologized to Bella. Anthony suddenly laughed. He had fully witnessed his mother-in-law's snobbishness. He planned to withdraw all investments from Linda's company. He wondered, when they eventually learned he was actually the richest man in the country, what kind of expression would they have?